on the set.
Camera speed.
Take one.
Hey everybody, it's Johnny Hobbs with another episode of Hidden Gems, where I will be discussing films from decades past that didn't quite get the attention that they should have when they first were released. And today, from 1980, we have Resurrection, starring Ellen Burstyn and Sam Shepard. In this film, Ellen Burstyn plays Edna Mae Macaulay, who is out and about with her husband one day. On his birthday, she presented him a brand new car, and as they're driving around, they get into a horrific accident. Unfortunately, he is killed. She has an out-of-body experience, and when she comes out of it, she has the power to heal. She's lost the use of her legs, and she decides that she wants to go back to her hometown, kind of get her life back together, and kind of start anew. So her and her father are trekking across the country to Kansas, where she lives, and they come to this roadside gas station run by this very kindly old man. Gives it a dime tour. She's quite impressed with it and impressed with him and his good nature. So she gets back to her town, again, trying to start her life all over again. Her and her father had kind of an estranged relationship. So she unwittingly heals this little girl of a nosebleed. And people are kind of taking note of this. Her grandmother informs her that she knew a woman in same situation, had kind of a horrific experience, and then had come out of it with the power to heal. She kind of just plays it off as nothing, but then she realizes that there's something going on there. She actually heals her legs, so now she can walk. She meets up with a gentleman called Cal Carpenter, who was stabbed in a bar fight. She heals his wound, and he starts to kind of take interest in her. She takes interest in him. They start a relationship. In the process, people find out about these healings, and she does an experiment with these scientists. And Cal is starting to think that there's something a little bit more than just her doing this. He's starting to kind of lose his mind a little bit and delve very deep into kind of this kind of spirituality, religious. He's on an edge here, and he's starting to think that she is actually Christ resurrected. He wants her to confess that she is the Christ. And she's like, no, this is something else going on. So he really starts to go off the deep end. And at one point, he attempts to assassinate her. He wounds her. He gets arrested. He does some jail time. She decides that she's had enough of the town and just wants to be alone. So she ends up leaving, and then the next time we see her is years later. She's actually back at the gas station, the roadside gas station. She's now running this. And she runs into a family at the end, and it's a beautiful ending, and I'll explain that in a second. But there's a few reasons why you should check this out. Number one, Ellen Burstyn is fantastic. She is just a fantastic actress. You might remember her from The Exorcist. She was the mom in The Exorcist. She was also nominated for an Oscar for this part in Resurrection. She also won an Oscar for the part of Alice, and Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. These are other films you should check out, of course. So she's just fantastic. The other reason is they don't, even though this has to do with faith and spirituality, it doesn't really push it too much. It kind of lets the viewer take it all in and come up with their own kind of assessment of it, how they feel about it. It's very subtly done. It's not forced. It's really great. The third reason, to me, the big reason, is, as I said earlier, the ending. The ending is one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed, and if it doesn't bring tears to your eyes, you are not human. Okay, it's so awesome. The ending is worth this whole film. The film itself is fantastic, but the ending just brings it all in. It's just beautiful. So again, from 1980, we have Resurrection. So check it out. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Hidden Gems.